What's up? I don't really know how to intro these things. I always feel so awkward, you know? But hey, I've got bananas right now. We've got several bananas up in here. So, a fly up in my face. Alright. So good. So sugary. Seriously, always eat your bananas like that, you know? They don't have to be this spotty, but make sure they're spotty. Don't eat them when they're not spotty. That's gross. It's just like hard on your body to digest, and you're not getting, you know, the full experience of a delicious banana. You're getting this kind of like sweet but like bitter, like, you know? You don't want that. You don't want that. You want that sweetness. You want that sugar up in your mouth. Your brain's gonna be like, yes. Body's gonna be like, yes. So let's get into this because I could go on about bananas forever. So I just wanted to make like a little, you know, I actually want to make a few because this is just like a couple things that I've been thinking about lately and I kind of wanted to express. I'm not going to say, you know, that everyone around me, I'm not dissing anyone, I'm not talking negatively about anyone, I am just sharing my opinion, and that's all it is. And this is solely to try to help people maybe take a step back and like take a look at their actions and question like, am I living my truth right now? Like, is this me? Does this feel good to the core of my being? You know, I'm not going to say is this right or is this moral, but is it something that truly makes you feel good? Because a lot of the time I see a lot of people playing the victim, and if you've never really heard that term before, oh my god, this fly wants to be up in here. If you've never really heard that term before, it's more or less, say for example, okay, you gotta go. Go. Anyways, oh, I left my face a little tickly. If you're seriously grossed out by that, then like you need to harden the fat cat. It's just a fly. It's just an itty bitty fly. And it was crawling around on me the whole time. It was not like doing its whole thing. So, we're good. Okay. I don't know. This is going to be a little bit of a video with me / the fly that's apparently living in my house and not paying rent. That's cool. Not really. Not cool. Anyways, playing the victim. What is playing the victim? What the fuck are you talking about, playing the victim? Playing the victim is, to me, you know, there's a lot of ways that you can go about it, but personally, the way that I see it, it's kind of something that I could put in an example like this. You know, something bad happens to someone, negative kind of situation arises, and the way that they handle it isn't really one that they approach with, you know, maybe patience and understanding, or the willingness to have an open mind to try to understand it a little bit better, and instead kind of just handling it in a way where it only kind of escalates and magnetizes the negative energy that you draw to yourself. And if you're not really like, if you're probably like, what the fuck are you saying, then what I'm trying to say is, if something bad happens to someone and they have this pity party and they go in it, I understand when bad things happen, you know, that people aren't too happy about, then they can react in a certain way where they get angry or sad or whatever, the initial reaction, and that's normal. That's totally normal, you know, that's who we are, it's just how it is, you know what I mean? But it is our choice whether we choose to wallow in that and create constant self-pity where we are focusing on the issue, we're focusing on the problem, we are having bad thoughts about it constantly, and that's only going to bring more of that bad situation. And then that person may, you know, fall into a depression, or I don't know, you know, something along those lines where they're very miserable, they're not happy with life, they're kind of just, you know, not really living their life, they're just going day to day and more or less sleepwalking through life. And then these people, you know, when they interact with others, because of how low they feel, whether it's subconscious or conscious, they have this urge to have others that say may be extremely happy around them. They can't really find that they can be happy for them, so they would rather drag them down. These are what I call energy vampires, you know what I mean? I'm not saying, and don't take this the wrong way. Don't be like, oh my God, you're saying everyone that's depressed is like this, blah, blah, blah. You're saying everyone, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying everyone is like this or everyone is like this. I just, you know, when you're on this planet for a certain amount of years, you see and experience certain things, you know, and it comes together eventually, and you put little pieces of the puzzle together, you know, and it's just one thing I found that because I know now, it's just something I want to share with people, because it's something that can be avoidable, that can help you in the long run. And what I'm saying, you just gotta, like, hear me out by this, okay? You don't have to like me, you just, like, have to hear me. So, and this fly, apparently. So, the what I call energy vampires, you know, they're these people who, have you ever heard the term misery loves company? Because that's pretty much what I'm getting into here, is when, you know, say you have a certain friend that you kind of notice always really talks about not positive things, you know, or they're always kind of going over, you know, drama or gossip or, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Things that aren't truly benefiting you, and it's just like trash talk. You know what I mean? And by that, I don't necessarily mean just shit-talking someone, but a majority of the time that's what it is, because gossip is something that literally ties so many people together. It's crazy. From such a young age, we learn it from our parents, you know? It's just something that it's built in our belief system. It's just how it is. But when I've noticed, because I've been in groups like this before, when people, they're not very happy with their life and they can't find it in them to be happy for someone else, because what they're feeling to them is so heavily just this black cloud over them that, you know, they don't really want that sunshine shining in when they don't feel like they can experience the same thing, even though they could. It's just that sometimes those people feel the need to bring other people down and to, you know, bring nothing but just negative vibes, and that's not cool. Energy vampires are those people who may look like your friends and may have that form like this, but their intentions aren't good, you know, their intentions aren't pure, their intentions aren't to want to help you grow and learn and experience, like, things, that good things, you know, and do fun shit, you know, like, I'm not talking about stuff that's, like, abusing your body and, you know, toxifying your soul and your spirit and this beautiful body that you've been given on this earth plane, man. And a lot of people, you know, just love to bring others down. And a lot of people don't notice this when they're in friendships. I did a lot, you know, a lot of people that I used to hang out with were so unhappy with their lives that, you know, it would almost be without them really trying, but at the same time bringing certain things up to kind of bring the negative shit up in your life and create this dream of all of this, like, hell going on. And if that doesn't make any sense to you, then I definitely recommend that you read the 4 Agreements, because that book is, like, amazing. These 4 agreements will change your life. It is: be impeccable with your word. I'm going to try to remember these in order. I don't really know. Be impeccable with your word. Always do your best, and never take anything personally, and never make assumptions. That book is so amazing. So amazing. You can find it at Chapters. I definitely recommend it. But anyways, friendships like these, man, are toxic, and you got to get the fuck out of them, okay? You really got to, because if you have aspirations and dreams and goals, and you want to do things and go places, and you want to aspire to be the best that you can be in the time that you've been given here, you cannot hang with turkeys if you want to fly like an eagle. You just can't. It doesn't work like that. You got to surround yourself with good people, good vibes, good vibe tribe, baby. Sorry, that was no. Oh, God. Let's move on. Seriously, though, can't talk today. Seriously, though, surround yourself with good people who want to do shit, you know? Don't just want to sit in the basement and get high, or get drunk every weekend and live paycheck to paycheck, spending their money on stupid shit and just doing nothing. I mean, hey, if that's what you want to do, then all the power to you. You know, I'm not dissing that, but I'm just saying, if you're kind of, you know, having this feeling where you're just like, not feeling like you're being held back, but at the same time, just because you have all these goals and dreams and thoughts, and you're just like, I want to achieve them, but maybe the group of people that you're hanging out with have, you know, no want or desire at all to grow from the situation they're in right now. Or maybe they do, but it's a very, very slow process. you know? And if you're okay with that, then, you know, stay in that friend group. Like, have a great time. I'm not judging the way anyone chooses to live whatsoever. The way you live your life is the way you want to live your life. Just like the way I want to live my life is the way I'm going to live my life. And it's going to differ person to person. All I'm saying, though, is to the people who do want to get shit done, you know, and want to make an impact and make a difference and make a change and really get the ball rolling, no matter what that is about or regarding. You know, everyone has different passions and aspirations and interests, and that's what makes this world so fucking cool. But we've got to utilize that. You know, we've got the hard fuck up, we've got to carve the fuck up, we've got to know what we want, even if we don't know how we're gonna get there. That's okay. Even if we don't know, don't worry about that, you know, just know what you want. If you don't know, man, that's okay. That's okay. We're still young. You got to remember that. You got to remember that these teachers and our parents, they expected us to want to know what we wanted to do for the rest of our lives when we still had to ask to go to the bathroom. Yeah. So we're all on the same page here, you know? We all understand the same thing, that we are still young. I understand that. I don't expect everyone to have their shit together. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm just expressing how I feel because I want people to be able to experience this cool reality that we are in right now to the best that they, you know, dream of. Everyone has different dreams, and that's cool, you know? Don't worry about how you're going to achieve them. Just know that, say, for example, you know what you want. You have, I don't know what it would be, you know, it could be a million different things, but you have this in your head. You are so sure it is going to happen. You just put your all into it. And when I say that, I mean your faith. You know, you put your entire faith into it. Any self-doubt you have, like, let it go. Let that shit go, man. That doesn't serve you. And I know that it's hard at first, but the more that you try every single day to have that intention of whatever it may be for you, it will become easier and easier. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing that. It will become easier and easier for those little self-doubt thoughts and voices to slowly dwindle away until they become non-existent pretty much. And that's a really cool part that I've been experiencing lately. And the reason that that has been happening mainly is because of my inspiration board and affirmations. And if you don't know what affirmations are, ooh, just crack my finger, to break a finger. All right. Anyways. Sorry, that was just dog upstairs. It sounded like a weird bark for a second because I only heard like half of it. It was just like, that's all good though. But affirmations. So for example, my mom told me to do them, and she does them every day before she wakes up, before she does anything. You know, like she doesn't have a cell phone or anything, but like, so for example, for us, before we check our cell phones, before we get up and get the day moving, have a journal, put it beside your bed in the morning and at nighttime. And in the nighttime, right before you go to bed, you know, not before, like you do it and then you brush your teeth and then you look on your phone, then you go to bed. No, you brush your teeth, do your phone, or whatever you do, whatever your night routine is, and then do this. So you're going to write 5 times, I am, just hear me out here, I am 5 times, you are 5 times, she is 5 times, and whatever comes after, like, for example, I am beautiful. What you're going to do is you're just going to sit there and don't think too hard on it. Just, this is only for people who believe in this stuff, but if you don't believe in this stuff, you can still do it too. I personally believe in angels. I really do. Very strongly. And if you are not, you know, you're kind of overthinking it, you're like, well, I don't really know what I'm going to write. You know, like, it's going to be something positive for sure. Okay, you guys. And if you sit there and you kind of just maybe close your eyes and ask your angels, or don't, or just sit there in silence and kind of just wait for something to come to you. And if something comes to you, for example, like, I am beautiful, I am truth, I am bliss, I am divine, I am giving, I am loving, I am kind, anything like that. Oh, low power mood. Okay, now we're back. 13 minutes. Oh my God, we gotta go. This is getting pretty long. But yeah, and yeah, for example, whatever, do that every day. See if you start noticing in about a week if you are trying to have these really positive, you know, thoughts daily and stuff like that, and you notice that there's that self-doubt that pops in your head, and it's like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, well, what about these debts? What about these loans? What about this and that? Blah, blah, blah. Slowly, day by day, when you're, I am love, I am this, I am whatever it comes to you, you will start noticing those voices dwindling away, and it's so fucking cool. But I just want to say, hang out with people that have goals and dreams similarly like you do. If you want to fly like an eagle, you can't hang with turkeys, dude. You just can't.